today we're just going to be doing a normal little Q&A live stream, right? I've done one of these before, and it turned out pretty fun. So, if you have any sort of question, comment, concern, anything, please feel free. If it's CSGO related, any sort of questions, feel free to ask. I am recording this in the hopes that you guys ask really good questions so I can cut it up and post some really cool answers in short little 30-second videos tomorrow. How many hours do you have on CS, and how many years have you been playing CS? I currently, let me pull up the factual statistics. I currently have 4,194 hours on Counter-Strike, and I purchased the game in, I believe, May of 2015, and I didn't really play it that much. 2015, I really started about halfway through 2016 is when I started to really grind. M4A1S or M4A4? The short answer is M4A4. But the M4A1S does have its place, right? It's not completely horrible. I have a lot of friends that use it because the economy is better, and if you use it for long enough, you're gonna grow to like it more than the A4. But no, it's just the A4. I don't know. It feels a lot better to me for some reason. How do you feel about pre-aiming body level? It prepares you for someone who's not standing up peeking you. It depends on how far away you're pre-aiming, in my opinion. Well, just before we get into that, there was a good period of time where Astralis was their crosshair placement was a bit lower than head level, and it was working for them. There was a whole couple people made videos about it, talking about it, and it was pretty interesting. But in my opinion, I think that the further a person is away, or the further that the angle that you're trying to pre-aim is away, you can get a little bit sloppy with the pre-aim there, and it's fine. You know, if you're if you're peeking A ramp Mirage, right, and the guy is, you think that he's close under balk at those bricks, headshot, right? You want to have your crosshair at headshot level. But if you think that he might swing maybe bottom stairs out to bench, right, then maybe you can get away with it being a little bit lower, just because, you know, he might crouch it. You're right with they might crouch, they might, you know, peek differently. You don't need it to be at that exact headshot level the further away the person is, right? The closer you want that headshot level. How did you come up with the name HardFluff? Back in 7th grade, so however many years ago that was, I was only playing on my Xbox 360, and I was changing my gamer tag, and I didn't want numbers in it. I didn't want X's in it. That was the cool thing at the time. I didn't want the lowercase capital. It was the Modern Warfare 2 days, Black Ops 1 days. So that was the big thing at the time. And so I came up with what I consider to be the best oxymoron at the time. And I didn't have to add numbers to it or anything, and I still have that Xbox Live gamer tag to this day. What qualifies you to make some higher knowledge videos? So I have 4,000 hours, over 4,000 hours in the game. I'd like to think that somewhere along the way I learned some things that I can show off to people that, you know, have less hours than me. I also have a lot of league experience, and most people don't. It's difficult to get the amount of league experience that I have, and so you learn a lot of things along the way. You meet a ton of people that have the same knowledge as you, if not more, and you pick things up from them, and it's just, you know, moving that down the community. Any tips for untilting players in a team? Just if they're tilted about something and you know that they're right, but they're flaming one of your teammates and stuff, you just gotta go all right, we get it, yeah, the guy fucked up, but come on, let's move on to the next round. If they're flaming somebody and they're wrong, right, and they're absolutely wrong about it, and they're why the fuck didn't you peek there? And it's no, you don't peek there. Then you gotta support your teammate, right? You gotta say, no, what are you talking about? You're wrong. No, he did everything right. It was just unlucky, or something like that. And if they keep going from there, you can't resolve the situation. If they're just tilted on the whole, oh my god, why is he there? Oh my god, he peeked like that. What an idiot. Oh my god, I got timing. There's something like that. Just ignore it, right? Don't say, wow, bro, can't believe that happened. And then they're going to be yeah, bro, it's happened to me like every round. Like, no, you just ignore it, and then they don't have anybody to talk to. They just want attention. Would you consider crouching in every duel a bad habit? Not necessarily. It depends on if you're doing it to crutch your spray or what. Honestly, if you're crouching in every single duel, then you're not getting a lot of headshots, right? So it's not that crouching is a bad idea, it's that, or a bad habit, it's that your crosshair placement and your first 3 bullet accuracy is pretty bad. If you have time to crouch in every single duel, then you're just going for a spray every single duel, right? You want to hit those headshots more often. The biggest thing that will help you improve is just grinding out deathmatch. Like when it comes, if your game sense is all right and you're pugging a lot and it's just like you're playing a lot and you're constantly at the bottom of the scoreboard, number one, deathmatch a ton. I'm talking like 500 kills in a sitting, right? And then number two is really think about why you're doing things and think about what are your teammates doing differently that you're not doing or differently than you that are allowing them to get kills. Sorry for asking too many questions or so many questions. I watched loads of pro demos for IGLing my low to mid EU team. Don't feel like I'm really learning anything though. Tips and thoughts: set up a default, make it so you're not the IGL and everything that you do is like what you call, right? You can have a minute-long default where your teammates are just giving you information and they can start to come up with, hey, maybe we should go B on this, right? Maybe because I just heard a couple guys rotate. You don't have to call every single thing. And in a team, it should be more, it should be chattier than just one person calling all the strats, right? You want everybody to be on the same page. You want everybody to contribute. So everybody has to be on the same page, right? It forces everybody to be aware of what's going on if everybody's trying to contribute. Based on what information do you make mid-round calls? Utility being used, if I know, like, let's say Mirage, and I know that they used 2 mollies at B, I know that the B players won't have a molly, so if I do a quick B, they can't immediately shut it down. And then rotates or just getting picks. Like if we get a pick at A on Mirage, right, we want to go back towards mid in that case because they're probably going to split 2-2, or we probably want to go mid to B, because they might have a mid player, 2 people on A and 1 person B, right? So it's, you got to let them have a chance to rotate off of picks and all that. See you guys later. Purchase a channel membership, please. Get your demo reviewed by me. Again, if you only need half your demo reviewed, we have that option as well. And I think that's about it. Thank you all very much. See you all next Saturday, hopefully.